And welcome back to rookie season. It's that time of week again. I'm Andy, aka the Rookie. My partner in crime, Stephen Lloyd, is here. How are you?
I feel like I've been shot out of a cannon today, but no, I'm good.
Bad?
Not really. No, you know, one of those days where you're just traveling from place to place,
Yeah,
and you don't
yeah.
really feel like you've actually sat. I think this is the first time I've sat down actually. So, no.
Well, just to make you feel better, we're going to talk about your Canucks losing again.
Brilliant.
I wanted to start with a quote. Now you've probably heard this, but I need some context. If Frank Saravilli is a Canucks insider, then the 40-year-old virgin was a porn star.
That's my boy, Michael Bublé.
That's from Vancouver Ultra, Michael Bublé. Well, he's just defrosted this time.
Yeah. It's the right time of year for him now.
Yeah. What's this about?
He's just chatting shit. He's just so I think he's taking aim at the Canucks behind the scenes guys who are supposed to be.
Who's this Frank? Is he a reporter?
Yeah. It's like people who are supposed to be promoting the Canucks and kind of lifting them up instead of just really trying to backhandedly tear them down. Yeah. It's a usual, typical journalist.
Yeah. You get them like in football though. There's a few who are like will just report for one team basically.
Yeah.
Or they probably work for like what's that? Is it The Athletic?
Yeah, you have to pay for The Athletic.
But they'll have a Man United journalist or whatever,
I think he's more taking aim at just... Because me, you and Sean last week were talking about the toxicity of like certain fan bases and things of that nature. The Canucks this season, the fans, they can't take it. They can't handle it. It's great. Like, I'm not happy, obviously.
Yeah.
And, I've said like the odd thing here on the podcast, but nothing too damning.
No.
But they're still the team that you're choosing to like back. If you don't like it, fucking go and support someone else.
Yeah.
I don't know. If you can only handle winning, there's plenty of teams that just win out there. I was just going
to say, like, what's the difference this year? Because like you've not won a Stanley Cup.
No.
So like, I surely at this point, you have to have patience with it. Do you know what? Patience is the wrong word because patience implies that if you wait, something's definitely going to. But it's just these blind, stupid loyalty we have to our sports teams that like you just can't.
How many City fans died in the making of that first Premier League title? There's some people that never see the promised land, and that's fine. But it's more than a cup.
Do you know what obviously, he was the guy I used to sit to. Obviously, the when we won the first Premier League, what was that? 2012, 2013. The old man I used to sit next to, season ticket when I was a season ticket. He left in the 91st minute. He's about fuck this. So obviously, he missed the. He was old enough where he's obviously seen City win a championship before. That's fair enough. But can you imagine? He's not going to see a moment like that again. Like, even I might not. Yeah. But like he's definitely not. He was in his, 80s.
He has to, rewrite history when he tells people as well. Because
I was there. Not for the whole match, but I was there.
I was walking on. Aguero scored.
I heard it,
I mean, I think we're one of... With the expansion teams, I'm pretty sure there's 6 teams that have never won the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
Us being one of them. We've been to 2 finals.
They were fairly recently, weren't they?
Well, no, I think it was 94 we lost to the Rangers.
Okay.
I think that was a Game 7 heartbreak. That was before my time.
Yeah.
And then in more recent years, it was 2011 we lost in Game 7 to the Bruins.
Yeah, so that would have been 2011. So I say recent. That still feels like fucking a few years ago.
Yeah, really, because that was like, we should have won that, but we just got... I don't want to get into that part.
Well, that went to Game 7.
That went to Game 7, but that was a brutal series, though, against Boston. And then the next season, we did quite well, but I think we made the Western Conference Finals and then got eliminated. But that's the thing, it's a revolving door with hockey. Like, the top dog one season, definitely not always the case the following.
No, that's become very apparent just from the short amount of time I've watched it. But, surely you'd think it's got to come around for Vancouver eventually. So, what is it this year? Like, you said that, going back to the question before, why have the fans just had enough this year? Is it just the way they're playing? It's not necessarily, we're not doing well results wise, because I'm sure that's happened plenty of other times.
Yeah, it has. You can't quite put your finger on it. I think the root of the frustrations probably stems from around 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So about 3 years ago, like, we had this wonder season. It was crazy. Like, we came, out of the gates, like, I think we absolutely annihilated Edmonton. Like, and just we were winning games like quite comfortably, and everyone was like, "Oh my God, we might actually make a run this year." We went out in the first round. I think that went to Game 7, and we were like, "Whoa, this is great. This is how we play now." We'll build. We'll add some more utility players. Keep the key players, and then we'll continue to be strong.
On if you've got that far.
Last season it didn't really go to plan. It was a poor season. We just missed out on the wild card.
Yeah.
We had 2 players, JT Miller, who was the Rangers captain now, Elias Pettersson. They were fighting in training. Just things were getting so ugly, like between them, to the point where one of them had to go, and they chose to get rid of Miller. They thought he was the cancer in the locker room.
Yeah.
We'd kept Petey because we'd paid him like a really substantial amount of money. So offloading that to another team with that kind of salary is probably not.
They're going to struggle to. Yeah.
And then just going into this season, I feel like we added some good players. We got Evander Kane, who's just been to the last 2 Stanley Cups.
That sounds like a fucking Batman villain, doesn't it?
Evander
like
Kane.
An evil billionaire. And who was behind it all? Evander Kane.
I think he has got quite an interesting history of Evander Kane, actually. You should watch some stuff on YouTube. He's been in like gambling fucking like rings and everything. He's a bit of a mad fucker. That's why I like him, just because he's, he is a shit disturber.
He's the captain, isn't he?
No. He's so this is his first season with us. He did get off to a bad start.
Right. I just heard you mention that name before. Maybe were you talking about someone who they're blaming? The fans are blaming for like poor form.
He's starting to find his feet a little bit now.
He had a good game this game.
He did.
We'll get onto it when we get to talking about the actual game.
Did.
But he was one of the few who I kind of noticed was getting involved enough.
The one downside of him getting involved enough is just the amount of minutes that he'll spend in the penalty box. That is something that people are looking at. It's a lack of kind of discipline,
decision making,
in a way.
Bad decision making. You obviously there's time and a place to foul or like take a penalty. And it's knowing when. I imagine.
Definitely. I think just with this season, it has been a case of we've just been very unlucky with injuries, things like that. But I can't. To explain the Canucks' form this season, you can't pin it on one thing. It's just
because there's been lots of teams, haven't there, with a lot of injuries.
It's just all of these things. You can't like point to one thing because that's bullshit. Every team deals with injuries, with this sport. Thatcher Demko, who's our starting goalie, we've had major issues with him over the last 2 years of him being healthy, fit for play. The Canucks have cycled through the most amount of players than any team this season already.
As in, like, letting go, trading?
No.
Just, do you mean in terms of the amount of squad?
The people that we've had to, like, call up and... just because half the players are out injured. And then as soon as we get a player on a hot streak, then they'll go...
They're out for
they'll go down. It's just... it's not been great, but it's no reason to kind of, if we don't, like... We probably won't make the playoffs this season. It's very optimistic to think that we would. If we don't, it's fine. Let's learn from it. Let's decide if, Adam Foote is the right Adam Foote is the right coach for us, and then we'll go from there. We'll just build again.
Right.
But that's something that Patrick Alvin is saying that
who's that?
So he's like the GM.
Right. Okay.
So he's basically saying that we're no way near doing another rebuild.
No.
So I don't know. The fans and the higher ups aren't really on the same page with what should be happening.
It doesn't sound like it.
Yeah,
as Michael Bublé said.
That's what eloquently put.
Yeah. I'll give you a break from the Canucks for now. Another story I saw this week. Have you seen Peter Cech?
Oh yeah,
Peter Cech signed
he's
for a hockey team.
Yeah. He's
So he's the Haringey Huskies. They're some team. And obviously they're not in the top level of British ice hockey, which.
He signed to a UK team.
It's a UK team from North London. Yeah.
So they'll be in that.
I don't know what league they're in. Obviously they're not in the same as the EIHL.
Yeah, so they'll be in the one with Widnes.
Possibly.
That'd be worth checking out. But
yeah.
It is crazy, being a goalie in two sports.
Well, this is what I was going to ask you. If you could pick a team, so let's say let's have Cech in goal. So what's the rest of the team? 2 wingers, a forward, and a centre.
So 2 defenders, 2 wingers,
2 defenders,
and a centre.
2 wingers, centre. Pick them from other athletes from other sports. It doesn't have to be footballers. Could be what
would fit well? Transition.
Would you say Usain Bolt on a wing? Let's assume they can skate. Let's just go for mental characteristics of it. Because Cech was a sick goalkeeper in his day. He was consistent. You'll get a lot of keepers will have these dips in form, and I just don't remember him ever having a bad season or ever having a bad run.
Well, how many years was he at Chelsea?
He was
10
at Chelsea
years
for ages, and then he was at Arsenal for a bit, wasn't he? So he was consistently at a top level, but Roy Keane, the centre. Maybe.
Centre. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, go on. Maybe we'll take Roy Keane.
Enforcer.
We'll take Roy Keane as the goon.
Fucking him or Joey Barton.
The Gouda. I don't know. God, I can't think. You've posed the question. Surely you've done some thinking on it.
I have,
but
all I can think of is footballers, and I can't. Maybe we'll put that to the listeners. Actually,
okay.
So
good shout.
Team of 6. No, we just we'll include goalies.
So we've got
Cech. Yeah, we've got Cech. You pick the rest of the team. Can be athletes from any sport. Put in the comments, send us a DM, and we'll read them out next week.
Yeah, that'd be quite fun actually.
Anyway, unfortunately, we're gonna have to talk about the game.
That's fine. That's cool.
LA Kings. It was the Canucks at the Kings. LA won 2-1, an overtime winner. Tight game, though.
Yeah.
I don't think you could be too disappointed performance-wise. I don't recall any period where I'd say either team kind of dominated that period.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think give a week ago when I saw that we were on the California road trip.
Yeah.
Okay. So we were going to be going against Ducks, Sharks, and the Kings in very short order. Everyone was hold on to your cock when you deal with these.
I'll bleep that, mate. Sopranos fans will know. Yeah.
But everyone was like, oh, shit, here we go. These score lines are going to be disastrous because they're all storming at the minute. They're all doing great, like all of the Cali teams. We've played 3 games and we've came out with 3 points. I think that's quite fair for where we're at right now. It was.
So how did you get on against? I'm guessing another 2 overtime losses or
no. So the Ducks we beat 5-4.
Okay,
which is no one expected that.
Yeah.
Got me believing as well. I was like, shit, we're going to beat all these teams.
They do that to you. Yeah.
And then we lost to the Sharks 3-2.
Right.
And then we have just lost an OT to the Kings.
So you still get a point for that, don't you?
Yeah, so 3 points. So out of a possible 6 points, we got 3. On the road against teams that
are in good form.
Yes,
that's not bad.
It's not bad at all. Yeah. So I don't think it's any cause for. It's cause for concern. It's not cause to lose your fucking mind.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it does. It is. Is it the 5th loss out of the last 6?
Yes.
So it's obviously it still goes down as a loss, but it doesn't tell the whole story.
Still above Calgary.
Yeah. Are they dead bottom still?
Yeah, I don't think that's it's not a very high bar, and
No.
I can see where we could be trading places with them a little bit, going through the season.
With it.
Yeah. I think that out of the 4 divisions, the Pacific is actually the weakest division. I think.
Right.
If you asked me, I think the stats actually do back that up as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, we are the weak team in the weakest division.
Right.
So, it is what it is.
Is Calgary in that division as well?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. So thank God for them.
Thank God for Calgary.
Yeah. I can't wait to do a Flames game. So opening period, it was a controversial start. First 5 minutes, I don't think I've seen any sort of goals chalked off yet. Have we in any of the games I've watched so far? And this was 2. Well, 3 sort of. So that first one was the goal line because they don't have the Hawkeye or the. I forgot what it's used in tennis. I can't remember the name of it.
They do. I think in the NHL they do actually have very good goaltending cams for whether the puck.
But it's just a camera, isn't it? And so obviously the ref has to just judge that.
Yeah.
Observe it based on what you can see. So, it's not a piece of technology that can. Do you know what I mean? Like you do in football,
I mean, yeah. So
I suppose though, because it's such a small goal. When you've got a camera in the right place, it's going to be very hard to get an angle where you're not going to be able to tell.
Yeah.
Like even on this one, this was as close as it probably could have been.
I think that was a goal.
Really?
I think that was a goal, actually.
If the rule is the puck has to fully go over, did it? Or are you going to make the case that the image that we saw, it wasn't over? The only way it could possibly would be, he did kind of I don't know if it was the goaltender when he kind of moved his arm over it and then back again. Mm-hmm. He could have moved it over and then pulled it back in that.
I would in that situation, and I'm not saying this as a Vancouver fan. I'd honestly be saying this as a Flyers, a Senators fan. Like, I think you have to err on the side of the goal scorer.
Give them the benefit of the doubt,
because I think for me, I don't understand how you can judge that as not being like a goal.
Yeah.
Yes, it was dead on the line, but when, when like 9/10 of the puck are across the line, like how the fuck are you not giving that?
So it's good because I suppose they have to have a set rule. Like, I think it makes it easier for decisions like this. For example, if what would you have the rule be? It has to be over half, or as long as some of it's over the line, it's a goal.
So we're saying that like it has to be a rule, but with the inconsistency of some of the calls that have happened this season, it's the worst I've seen in a lot of seasons of like just calls being wrong. In my opinion, it went the way it did.
Yeah.
And just
So what others have you seen this?
There's been loads, and a lot of them have been Canucks games.
Oh, right.
Yeah, a lot of them have been Canucks games. None are coming to mind, but do you know what? Going back to last week, that should have been a 5-minute major.
The high elbow.
I think
because I said that to you and Sean, didn't I? Like, why was that not? I thought this was me as a rookie, just not understanding a rule. But you both said like he was lucky not to get that. So I don't get how especially when you've got the luxury of replays.
Yeah,
and they have like a centre in Toronto, who are an external who will review every play. I don't get how you can get it wrong now. But they find a way. The VAR in football, they find a way somehow every week.
I don't know, because I'm definitely not one of these people who is against, like, VAR in football and things like that. I think it all has its place. Yeah. But then I think it's just it can easily be scrutinised when it's because it's not nothing's a perfect system.
Yeah.
So
it's not. But and I agree. I'm pro VAR. However fucking controversial that is, but if you're gonna have it, you need to be fucking like perfect with it, because you're just gonna. What's the point?
Yeah.
Like, you might as well just leave it to the ref like it used to be. But, yeah.
It was a goal. It was a goal. In my opinion, it was good. It was a clean goal, but all right.
So 2-2 it finished. You can't finish a draw.
No, I can't.
No. And then, Vancouver won in overtime. See you next week.
You're giving me the Vladimir Putin treatment here.
Anyway, our man Evander tied it in the second period, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What happened here?
Yeah, so...
Actually, do you want to go back to that first period? Because there was another 2 disallowed goals. The offside call.
Yeah.
So... we've been over this enough times. I think I understand it now. I would say, because it seems to be a challenge from the coaches, didn't it?
Yeah, it was the assistant coach.
Is that just one of those things where they think, well, we'll just challenge it because we might get lucky? Because
no,
a lot of the time, when I'm watching this match, I'll see them cross that line. And there's no way in hell they're
you
onside
saw
every
that,
time.
Yeah.
So it probably is just worth a shot,
Probably.
Or they have to have seen something in the build-up. It's not cut and dry.
I don't know how they do it. I couldn't even begin to give you an answer on that, but it was basically, the commentator said something and it just went to the assistant coach and he was just looking proper smug. It was like he knew something, but he was because he was the one who told the head coach,
right, okay,
challenge that play. A lot of the players know most of the time because who's better to see it than
I think because of the speed they're going at, if it's marginal, the ref won't say anything. He'll just give him the benefit of the doubt. It's only obviously then if it leads to a goal where they'll say, okay, we'll sit and review because we have to. So, yeah, that is how they do it. Well, they don't do it. They just kind of, unless it's blindingly obvious. But,
it's.
I think it was the right decision.
It was the right decision. And again, I sound like such a hater because
broken record.
But that one was the right call.
Yeah. Right decision. So there's not really much more we can say about that.
What was the third?
The third goal.
Yeah, because there was 3 decisions, wasn't there?
I thought it was there was
the puck crossing the line,
and it was both offside.
There were both. Yeah, then there was 2 offsides. Yeah. But again, that was offside as well. So so I'm agreeing with that.
With 2/3 of the decisions. Yeah. No, I think you're wrong with that goal line. I think it has to cross. If it has to, it just keeps it easier to decide. Do you know what I mean?
No.
Because if you're gonna get to a point where a ref will give that, and then another ref won't.
I think what are the chances with all of the confusion in that net and the goalie's glove? What were the chances that at no point that puck crossed the line fully? I would say it airs very much on that it went in and then it came back out, even just a touch.
Again, probably, but unless you can see that, then I suppose you'll never know.
The thing is, just to say, we did not lose that game because that goal got ruled out. It was within the first 3 minutes, 4 minutes.
It was very
something
very
like that. Yeah, there was still a lot of game to play, so I'm not blaming it on that. And I'll get off the topic now, but
I think it was. It was even in the first minute. I don't think it was even the first. I think it was pretty much one of the first plays, but. Yeah, I think what they need in that case is a camera lowdown, but it's just such a rare occasion. It's not worth, bringing a whole new system on.
Are you talking under the crossbar?
No, because obviously it does have a camera under the crossbar, doesn't it? Because obviously, because the goaltender had his hand over the puck, that camera's not going to be able to see it. So they need something like maybe on one of the posts, maybe. Yeah.
Okay.
But you think the amount of cameras they had anyway,
something
would have picked that up. But yeah,
that's a good shout.
Yeah, but
right into them, Andy. You love a scathing letter, don't you?
Yeah. So, dear National Hockey League.
Look at putting the NHL in capitals. Yeah. Could you have to anyway?
From Andrew Hyman, age 37.
Virgin.
Yes. Anyway, Evander Kane tied. Good game from Evander. like I said, he was the only one I can really.
He was
would
the one who
recall.
caught your eye, was
yeah,
it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I'm not even mentioning the jerseys. The LA jersey, that's my favourite jersey so far.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I love that. I like a symmetrical logo.
Okay.
And the black and then the silver. And
so that's actually my worst jersey.
You joking?
No,
I'm in the whole league, or just
I'd have to do I'd have to do some thinking, but it just doesn't stand out to me at all. I think like
the capitals are the fucking boring like.
The red,
just the red with Washington Capitals, and then the L is a hockey stick.
I think,
so like unimaginative.
I think like a lot of teams now, they've kind of humbled the logo in a way. They've made it quite watered down, and I don't know what it is.
That's across all sports, though.
But it's weird.
If you look at old badges for like a lot of the team, like Arsenal did it, City did it, but then City have kind of. The difference with City is City's current badge is more similar to their old badge than the one with the eagle. Like even if you prefer that one, that is it. The current one is more similar to the old badge, so you get the reason why they've gone down that route again. But you're like Arsenal, Juventus. Juventus's badge is just like a fucking black J now.
Right.
Like, and it used to be the oval with the stripes and everything.
I think it's too many like.
It's the same. It's fashion though, isn't it? It moves on. It's the taste in design.
Yeah, I guess so. Because I mean, we're both like mid-30s, so maybe we do look at it from like a.
It's very corporate. It's very corporate logo.
Yeah,
though, isn't it, now?
And you get these like new hot shots that get in at companies, and then they'll say, "Oh well, here's a mock-up of what the logo could be," and then they'll move to that because it's more new and hip.
It's more brand recognition.
Yeah, but in terms of the LA Kings, like it's kind of brutal with them because like when they first started, they mimicked the Lakers colors.
Right.
And it was fucking ugly.
Yeah,
it was so ugly. And then they went to black and purple, which is actually my personal favourite because it's like Storm.
Yeah.
I think black and purple works.
Right.
And now black, silver and white?
Black and silver. If I'd have one criticism, I'd say make that silver a bit darker.
Yeah.
And so it's more of like a deep grey almost. Yeah. And I think that would, but I do really like.
It's just
like that.
Yeah, it's just a nothing jersey to me, to be honest. Which
yeah,
I sound like I'm fucking like proper piling on them. I'm really not. It just so happens that we got beat by them.
Yeah.
On a bullshit call, and I hate the fucking jerseys.
Shit
and the
jersey.
fans.
Shit. You got no fans.
you want some?
Yeah.
I'll give you some.
If you want some, I'll give it to you.
Was it a Wheelstone Raider?
Wheelstone Raider, yeah. That's a reference for the kids there.
Sick guy.
Anyway, third period, not much happened, really. It was kind of, like I said, it was so tight. But I think both goaltenders had good games.
Yeah,
I'd say.
Yeah,
that kept it tight.
That's one of the. Sorry, I should have touched on this earlier, but that's like one of like something that we can put in the win column for Canucks. Like know.
Because this isn't their
our
first choice.
Yeah, no. And I mean, even he's been out fucking injured.
Right,
so we had, oh my God, his name escapes me. He came in and he played, I think, 3 games for us, won against the Ducks.
This is your third choice.
Yeah.
Can't remember his name.
No, I can't.
Michael Bublé.
I'm trying to think of it. We should have got the boobs in there, to be fair. I think like that's something that we can be happy with, the goaltending, because it was a tight game, and none of these games have been blowouts that we've either lost or won. So that's fine. How sick was that Kane goal, by the way?
That was. This is what I don't know how that happened. Right, where did he come from?
The box.
Oh, had he? Of course, because he just served a penalty.
That he didn't think should have been a penalty. He came out. He was like, mine.
No, that because I'd never seen a goal like that since we've been watching, and I was thinking, why is he so open like that? And obviously now
because you think, why the fuck was it all the way at centre ice and not like
no one's like marking? Oh, he wasn't back defending, but that makes sense.
But as soon as like when the clock's counting down, obviously, I mean, there's the time everywhere, so they know how much time's left. So as soon as it hits 1 second, if they have to put, they could just dump it. But literally, if you can see the guy coming out,
if you're on at the right time when you've just won possession back,
send it.
Yeah, No, that was such a good goal.
It was.
Like, really clever.
It was so
really
good.
Clever.
Yeah, and it was a nice clinical finish as well.
Yeah.
He didn't over deke. Just he knew that he had the abilities to put it past him.
Like when they're like tapping it side to side. Yeah, I've seen quite a lot of that, and they'll try and take it wide. They'll just shorten the angle so much where they just leave themselves nothing to aim at.
Because they wanted, like, it's fancier to like deke a goalie out of the skates so they look like a knobhead sprawled out while you've just dumped it in the net. But no, he knew he could.
Which kind of happened for the winner, didn't it?
Yeah.
This was another bit of controversy as well, because this went to review. So this was a shot by, I have got his name, Kempe. No, sorry. Byfield took the shot. Did the goaltender save it, or did it deflect off?
Well, I thought they cycled the puck, didn't they? Sorry, they were cycling the puck. It was the first shot was deflected, and then it went back out to Kempe.
It went back out to Kempe, but obviously the goaltender didn't make the save. It must have deflected, or he kind of feigned the shot.
Yeah,
and then he'd already gone. The goaltender had already gone for it.
Yeah,
he was sprawled out on the floor.
Yeah.
Like, just left a completely empty. It would have been the right hand side of the net.
So everyone tried diving in front of the net. Like Sherwood literally tried getting the puck in the face, so it didn't end up in the net, which is good.
And Byfield, who took the first he didn't take the shot, who feigned that first shot, he was kind of stood to the right hand side of what's the goaltender's name?
Oh man, I can't even. Oh, sorry. Oh my God, how did I forget? Yeah, Leckerman.
Yeah, that's it. Right. So he was stood to the right of him, and the call was potentially that goaltender interference. I don't think it was. No, do you think if he'd been inside the box, not the box, what do you call it?
The crease.
The crease, yeah. Would that have made it interference? Or
no, I think because you can be in there. I think it's more just obviously if he had a stick between his pads or something like that. If he was just
because he was stood still, like he wasn't, moving into him or like pushing him or shoving him, anything like that. He just stood there and he just dived into him, and it just so happened the puck was on the other side of him. Yeah. It was good. It was good play. It was clever play.
No, it was. That's why I mentioned them cycling the puck, before it happened.
Yeah.
Because you could kind of see that, oh shit, this is where we'd become undone.
Yeah.
And that's like just what happened. But no, it was smart play from them. And Leckerman. I'm getting confused here. Is it Leckerman or Lekkemaki?
That rings. Leckerman rings a bell.
I swear
it was
Leckerman.
Like a Finnish name.
Yeah. I swear it's Leckerman. But he did the best he could, and
this is such a detailed podcast.
This
is a podcast for the real hockey fans. What was his name? Leckerman? David Leckerman?
Oh, yeah, that fucking Finnish bloke. What's his name?
Mika Hakkinen. That's it.
Fuck off.
Timo Pukki.
Timo Putin.
No, Pukki. Norwich striker. I don't know if he's still at Norwich. He's the only Finnish football I could think of.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. So
I've got a couple of stats here. Tell us what you think about this. So, shot count, 20, Vancouver 20, LA 23. Face-offs, Vancouver won 53%, Kings won 47%. So again, it's so tight on everything.
There's nothing
Hits, Vancouver 16, LA 14. Penalty minutes, Vancouver 8, LA 6. So there's not much between them. Yeah, why are LA doing it? It seems they're on such like a hot streak. Is it just the run of games they've had compared to?
No, I don't think it is. I mean, when
if you had told me this team is struggling, have lost 5 of the last 6, and like they're getting dicked on week after week. Well, they're not. I suppose that's not what you said, is it? They're not getting pumped. They're just losing.
Yeah, it is a losing record, but it's not hugely. Was it 10 wins, 13 losses, 3 OT losses?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that's the record.
Yeah.
So it's not. It's not like
the worst.
Yeah, it's not like they've won 4 games.
But if you told me that was that team and this was a team who, because I've got LA's record here, yeah, so they're on a streak of 5 games, point streak. So they've got a point in the last of 5 games. I wouldn't have been able to tell which team was who off this.
No,
but No, it was a good game. I enjoyed it.
They have got really good players, and it's something. Again, it's my ignorance. I think when you're hemmed into
This is LA or Vancouver, right?
LA. Yeah, I think when you're hemmed into, there's that many players in the NHL, and there's that many teams. It's hard to keep like perfect tabs on all of them.
Yeah.
It's only until you play them and then you see the players they got and you're oh shit, maybe I didn't realise that. I completely forgot they had Kevin Fiala. Like,
right.
They've got Byfield, he's gonna be like unbelievable.
Yeah.
They're just whatever they're doing, it's working for them.
Yeah, yeah.
Drinking that LA water.
Yeah.
Fucking LA teams, man.
Yeah, I don't know how their other teams are doing in the other sports this year.
I think the Lakers are doing all right.
They're doing all right. Yeah. Well, they've got is it Doncic now, haven't they?
They've got Doncic.
Yeah. And then LeBron James.
Was he from the Mavericks? Doncic.
Yes. Yeah. They just always seem to just build that all-star fucking team. But yeah, we'll do the NBA next season. Yeah, I did. The only note I've got left here, it just says tight. The game defined by sort of goaltending. Good. I don't know if you'd call it tactical play. I suppose it is tactical play from Kane's goal. I mean, like to just have to make the decisions to kind of foresee that. It's like, I can see where this is playing. Like, and obviously, I don't know who got the assist there.
I think it was.
I'd say probably more credit goes to him. Yeah, like for just seeing and having that understanding between. Yeah, that's probably something they have worked on.
100%. But I mean, every NHL team will do that. If a player's coming out of the box, they'll look, and if they're in possession, that's where they'll send it.
Because I haven't seen that yet.
You can
every single time I've seen that. It's just leather it up the ice. So
if you have 60 seconds left and you're in the middle of a penalty kill, then you might as well shoot it up the boards and send it up the ice. When your player's coming out of the box and you've still got possession, you could hang on to it. You could, cycle around the back of your net, get a line change, and then head back out. But, if you can see that the player's open, then you might as well keep it central, send it, and then literally go on to Kane's stick, and then
especially
you can see what can
at like 1-0 down.
Yeah,
at that point, you might as well.
Yeah,
like,
the game was still wide open to be won. So, quite happy with that.
Yeah, going forward then, I can't remember if you made a prediction for the Canucks when we did.
No, I didn't.
Season predictions.
I would have. So, if I was being honest with you, I would have told you that we would have probably. It wouldn't have been wild card, but we would have got in the playoffs.
Right? Just automatic?
Yeah, I think we would have been third in the
Pacific. This is what you would have said a few weeks back.
This is what I would have said. I'd have said Vegas first.
This was episode 1?
Yeah.
Did we do prediction? Yeah.
I think it might have been 2, I think it was 2 we did it. I'd have said Vegas first in the Pacific, Edmonton second, and I'd have put us third.
Right.
Going through.
Yeah.
Now.
Well, two of them team. Well, Edmonton are on a bit of a
Edmonton
are they one of them where
they'll make it?
They'll just make it.
They'll make it through, but they've not. I don't think they're going to do anything. Spectacular. Vegas, man, they've got a lot of sorting out to do because everyone picked them to be to win it. Just moving out of the Pacific quickly. I mean, have you seen what Tampa Bay are doing at the minute?
Are they? Yeah,
they're top of the Atlantic, aren't they?
Yeah. They I made a note about that. I can't remember. They're on a good streak. They had a bit of a slow start.
Yeah, that's what I'm, like when we covered them, and then because I said that they would make it to the final.
It was the Florida. Florida game, wasn't it? The first one we did.
First was Florida and Blackhawks. Second game was Tampa Bay and Capitals.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, but they're looking like a team which will make it to the final again. So that's pretty good. But Colorado, man, I can't believe we've not covered Colorado yet. They're on a 10-game win streak.
Yeah, something like that. They played the Canadians in the Nordiques kit again. I don't know if it was
recently.
Last night. Yeah, it was it must have been last night, or so it was like the all Quebec match. But yeah, they're looking incredible. I don't, based on my fucking limited knowledge, I can't really see anyone stopping them.
No.
For a 7-game series, this comes back to when we were talking about, does having a series take the drama out of it rather than a single knockout match? I still think it does, but it does allow the best team to win most of the time. You can't really fluke your way through that.
Wait till you experience like a full, if something does go the full 7 games, throughout whatever, games or teams that we choose to cover toward the end of the season. Like, just when you feel the emotion of the whole series and every like game, there's like a ton of fights, and you could just feel like the rivalry like building up, like the players are getting fucking sick of looking at each other.
If it's a fixture obviously that has the history, like the Bruins and the Canadians again. I hope we get something like that.
But it is teams that make history. That's how rivalries are created.
Because they come from a particular...
But the Avalanche at the minute, they're literally looking like the team that won it in 2022, when I told you they're the best team I've ever seen watching them.
That was the best team in 2022.
Yeah, that was Pep's Shark team. That was Arsenal's Invincibles. They were the team to beat.
Yeah.
And it looks like they're kind of doing that again this season. I'm kicking myself because when we were doing the predictions back in episode 2, I was so on the fence about whether I was going to say Jets or Avalanche in the Western Conference final.
Yeah.
And I went with the fucking Jets, man.
Yeah.
Who fucking knew? But and obviously the Avalanche are storming it.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. I think we should do them probably next match then. If we
could.
Because I'm just having a look at the fixture now. They play the Rangers next Saturday. There's half. I don't know if this is local time or not. Yeah, it will be. Yeah, 5:30. 5:30
Okay.
On Saturday, or on Sunday they are at the Flyers again, 6:00. So they're both times you could
even do.
Probably watch them live. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we could do that. I was going to ask you actually what game you want to cover, or whether you wanted to leave it up to the fans again.
No, fuck them. We'll look at it.
But also there's...
we did, because we put the vote out for this, didn't we, this week?
Yeah.
And, your wife did message saying you think there's been a bit of a fix here.
Yeah, it did look like the fix was in.
But if you're watching back, the last thing he wants is to watch the Canucks. If he was going to fix it, he'd have picked any other game, I'm sure.
She knows. She knows. I mean, Canucks kind of won by like a bit of a landslide in those polls, didn't they?
I think out of the 3, this would have been the one I'd have picked myself. I think.
Really?
Don't know why. I just think it's LA, isn't it? LA is like a... I just assume there'll be a bit more of an exciting team because it's LA.
I think it's a casual.
They're an old, established team.
Yeah.
I'm guessing they are quite...
I think they're a 90s team.
Oh,
well,
really?
I mean, at this
then.
point, there will be established. Yeah, obviously. So I forgot to say, so next Sunday, it's Montreal versus Toronto.
Okay.
Which is
right, yeah.
That's
a
big
big one.
one.
And we haven't done Toronto yet.
We've
and
not.
they are looking shocking, aren't they? They're having an awful time of it. So,
that is like the battle of
the big Canadian,
the big Canadian market.
Yeah, well, I think maybe that then. We've got plenty of time left to get the Avalanche.
To watch the Avs. Yeah,
the Avs will have it because those 2 games they're playing next weekend. They're against teams we've already seen.
Is it Rangers and
the Flyers?
Yeah,
neither of which are kind of
I'm not
pulling up any trees, are they? So
not
so we'll
happy with that then.
Yeah. So
Sweet.
Montreal and Toronto. Toronto's the one I'm looking forward to.
Yeah,
they would have been the only hockey team I could name. Sort of 10 years ago, like before I'd even watched any of it. I
think Adam did he went to a game, didn't he, when he was living in Toronto?
I'm not sure he went. He might have done. I know he had a Chicago Blackhawks t-shirt. I don't know if he got that when he just went traveling.
Because when he was living there, he was messaging me like practically every day, like. He'd just be like, "Oh, I've just been to like the Hockey Hall of Fame museum," or he'd say something. He was just like trying to talk about hockey, and it's like, I suppose it is infectious if you move to somewhere like Canada. You're like,
So, and I mean, I'm going to ask you for your predictions on that one. I think it's Montreal.
Probably.
I can't. Like,
but I mean, Montreal. Who did we watch? Montreal and Boston, right?
Boston,
that was a fucking sick game.
Yeah.
Actually, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if I had to put money on it,
yeah.
I'd probably go with the Canadians.
Yeah, have you followed the Leafs at all this season? Have
No.
you kind of cared?
I never do, because they're
just,
East Coast. They're outside, out of mind a little bit.
Out of your jurisdiction.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're having a terrible time. I'm not sure exactly what kind of streak they're on now, but they're we're on the topic of what football teams would be. I think these are the Man United.
You think?
They are a fucking establishment, aren't they? I was in Primark the other day, and they have Toronto Maple Leafs, like, women's pyjamas and stuff. Like, I can't think of another team in the NHL where it'd be that marketable, and yet they're just struggling for, like, to put a hold on anything at the moment.
Just going back to the football reference, I was kind of thinking about this after Sean brilliantly gave us this idea, but I figured the Montreal Canadiens would actually be United.
Really?
Because they used to win absolutely everything.
Yeah.
And then they've just been on like a streak of not being able to win anything.
I said they'd be Liverpool.
Montreal?
Because similar reason, but then they also have that kind of otherness about them. We're Scouse, not English. And they're Quebecois, not Canadian.
Yeah.
Well, even though they're called fucking Canadians. But you know what I mean? Like, they've got that kind of separatist sort of attitude.
I suppose they are quite proud of Liverpudlians as well. Yeah.
You hear that all the time, Scouse, not English. And you're like,
whatever.
Of course you are. Anyway.
Yeah, okay. So that's the next game sorted then. Cool.
Yeah, good stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna go and put my Christmas decorations up.
I thought you were going. Wait, is it your lights you're switching
on? No. And then I'm going to the Christmas light switch on. I don't know who's doing.
I thought he was like, right, do you think we'll be finished recording by 5 p.m. because it's the light switch on at 5?
Yeah.
I literally thought you were just putting your lights up in your house. Lights.
So there we go. We've got a guest to shoot you. No, anyway, what are you up to?
For the rest of the day, I don't know. We did put the tree. We bought a new tree yesterday, actually, like a 7-footer. It's already got the lights on and everything, so we'll probably end up decorating that in a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I'm off to the switch on anyway. I don't know who's doing it this year.
He's gone upstairs.
It used to be Jason Manford, and he's moved out of Bramall now. So
is that where he lived, Bramall?
Yeah. I think it might be Les Dennis. He's always knocking around here from Family Fortune.
Oh, mate, I thought Les Battersby there. Have you seen his NWO commercials?
Les Battersby?
Yeah, mate, I'll send
NWO?
Yeah, I'll send it. Yeah, my brother's sending it me ages ago. I'll send it.
I need to see
we'll fully discuss this next
This could be a whole other podcast.
Yeah, we'll discuss this next week.
Yeah, anyway, so Montreal and Toronto next week. Looking forward to it.
Yep.
Thank you very much for watching. See you again.
See you then.